What have I done?
No, sir, you gotta do the porn weight music. The boom, 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 the boom, boom, boom,
Oh
boom,
no, I didn't do
boom,
that.
boom.
Oh no, I just hit go live. We're already live.
Oh
We're
shit, what's
we're
happening?
live because our buddy Skywalker Steel is trying to wrap up, and he said he was going to try to raid your channel. And I don't know how that works, but it definitely wouldn't work if we weren't live. So we're going to see if Voch can get raided by
Let's see.
Skywalker Steel.
Let's see. Let's see. We setting that up right now. Let's just run over here and see, man. We're not doing that. We're gonna
What do
watch.
you?
Shut up, Batch. How do I see if my stream is live? Let me see.
This is not a professional start to a broadcast, Voch, and I don't
Oh no,
appreciate it.
sir. We are content creators, Jeff. We can do what we want. Let's see. Am I getting data?
What does it mean?
It's
Am I
saying I'm
getting-
not getting data, so it's cool. I'm just gonna hit the start stream button anyway.
Oh yeah, I already did. Yeah,
No, it's fine, brother Jeff.
yeah. Somebody in my chat just said, "Yeah, Voch, you're not live."
We cannot access the specified channel or stream key.
Kilgore's in the super chat already. He said, "Thank the Lord, y'all are on." Almost turned on first take. Yeah, there's no chance.
Oh, don't ever do that, sir.
There's
Don't.
no chance I'm gonna watch Stephen A. Smith and Jerry Jones. And Jerry's out there talking about how we got Tyler Smith though. Ooh.
Don't ever watch First Take ever in your life, sir. That's bad for business. Even if it's featuring cowboy stuff, never watch First Take ever at all. Don't do it. It's bad for your health.
No.
Brother Jeff, I feel like I should be live now.
Okay. Many people are in my chat saying it's a sky raid that they were so you better get your ass live so you can get some of
I know. I know I hate it. And it ain't letting me do it. Or maybe I gotta switch my profile. I know what to do. Because I've been doing all this volume stuff. Shouts out to the volume, by the way. I'm not mad at the volume at all. But I just got to hit the old go back to Voch Lombardi solo page and hit this. Oh, that shit don't work. Hey, fuck it. We just gonna roll, goddammit. We'll just pull it and put it up on the volume later or some shit. Fuck it. Don't worry about it. We good.
I mean, we're live. You're live, I think, because all the chats now say paired. People who are putting a comment, it says it's paired.
Shouts out to the volume. Oh shit, we live on Voch. Wait a minute.
You are watching a master at work.
We done. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Who's quarterbacking this thing, Jeff? I don't know who's quarterbacking this thing.
I don't give a half a crap, Voch. I thought you already knew that. I'm just here. Look, Tyron Smith got hurt, and our pets' heads are falling off. Okay, Vance is here. He said it's the Dallas Cowboy YouTube mega powers here. Damn right. Kilgore's in here in the super chat. Jerry let his money get mad, and the fans are soon to follow from guillotine. That is a good. I love that. I don't know if anybody said it first, but I saw Bob Sturm using that term about why the Cowboys don't have like Lyle Collins and Amari Cooper, and it's 100% right. Jones has got mad at their money, and they were like, "Oh, these guys make a bunch of money, and I don't think I can trust Lyle Collins, so let's get rid of him." And we don't think Amari Cooper practices enough, and he didn't get vaccinated, so we better get rid of him. And so then when Tyron Smith gets hurt, like Tyron Smith tends to do every year at some different point, now you're effed at offensive tackle because you don't have enough good offensive tackles because you decided that a good starting offensive tackle on a pretty team-friendly contract in Lyle Collins, you didn't like him. And so now they're screwed. There you go, Voch. Run with that. Have fun.
Yeah, we should definitely learn by this point to not listen to anything that Jerry is saying. Right, Jerry loves to lie. Jerry loves to sell you this good feel. He loves to sell you this image. He wants to sell those tickets. But listen to Stephen Jones. Listen to Will McClay. Listen like what the coach is talking about and all those guys, and they'll pretty much give you like a more realistic feel about this. And honestly, listen to your friendly cowboy YouTubers. My camera's in black and white. I'm gonna hit refresh in 2 seconds. Just listen to your cowboy YouTubers because we've been saying since draft season. All right, all this on offense, XYZ, but what happens when Tyron gets hurt? And it was either Josh Ball or Walesko, and when Lesko hurts his shoulder, now what? Now what do we do, brother Jeff? You feel me? So it's really one big shit sandwich, and we got some variables. We got some variables that we could go into that we could try to figure out here last minute, but it's a sad situation, bro. I'm not trying to go into week one. I'm not trying to go into nobody's week one without any kind of offensive line with Josh Ball at left tackle in particular. I was kind of walking into this thing feeling good about Smith, Blottish, Zach and Terrence Steele kind of sort of relatively. I was kind of cool with that sort of. But if Josh Ball is going to be the left tackle, I'm not feeling it at all.
Shout out to Formula, who's in the super chat pool fund. Big time. Sorry for missing the past couple streams. Left tackle is Tyler. Left guard is Connor, is what he had to say. Aaron, is it better that it happened now and not week 6? I don't know. I mean, it's not good no matter what. I had the numbers earlier. I think it was Doug Farrar that wrote them, and they're basically a yard better per the Cowboys over since 2019. Dak's QBR is 30 points higher on play action when Tyron's on the field. Their yards per carry is more than a yard better when Tyron's on the field. So they're in trouble regardless. But I think like you can go try to get one of these old veterans or trade for somebody or whatever, but I think it's probably just Tyler Smith. You're a first round pick, and that was the long term future anyway. And maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think Tyron Smith might have played his last snap now.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys can say, and apparently they are planning that he'll be back at some point this year. I'm not. I would
Also,
play
too,
football as if he's never coming back. And Tyler Smith, welcome to left tackle. Go.
First of all, Jeff, let me say this, man, because I have been seeing Cowboy fans kind of say this. I was just over on Will Steele show. Shouts out to the homie Will Steele. Somebody called into his show, and they was like, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, Tyron wasn't all that good in the first place. He
wrong.
wasn't all that fantastic in the first place.
You're
and
wrong.
Jeff, in the same breath, that sucker, and I'm saying sucker because I want to cuss for real, that sucker just called Malik Davis a beast. He called Tyron average, but Malik Davis a beast. Don't get into hindsight, man. When Tyron was playing, Tyron was fantastic. The problem is that he just wasn't always playing. So you know, like you were saying with your options, Jeff, I think I tweeted this last night. I think, and you know, we're not saying the injury is cool or nothing like that, right? But I think the severity of the injury kind of makes this a little bit better because when we were going through the off season, hey, can we find a guy type conversation or whatever? It was always like, hey, Voch, can we bring in a guy like Eric Fisher or something like that? And I don't think that dudes like that, not to say that Eric Fisher's like fantastic or nothing like that, but he does have a name attached to him. I don't think he's going to be a dude that's going to want to be a swing tackle, that's going to want to sit down until, that's going to want to just like compete with Josh Ball or something like that. Because he's Eric Fisher. He can go and make some money somewhere and be a dude. So the bright lining that I have in all this is that, okay, well, if Tyron going to be done for the year, you can sell to a guy, hey, you're not just coming in, and if we need you for 4 games, we could possibly have you. Hey, here's some money, maybe like what, 2 years, 11 mil, maybe possibly make a little bit of sense. That's what the last swing dude got paid, I guess. The last tackle got paid, 2 years, 10 mil, something like that, and just let that dude be like, hey, you're the left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I 100% agree with you, brother Jeff. I think this is the end of Tyron Smith. And since we're saying this, I think that we can move in a different kind of way with this being the end of Tyron Smith. I know we're saying, hey, can we patch this up with one of these guys, or can we get some miscellaneous free agent dude, Isaiah Wynn, maybe? I think you can afford to actually take draft picks and maybe some monies and like throw it at one of these dudes, right? You know, let's go find some disgruntled tackle on some whack ass team on the 3rd or 4th year of their deal and try to like go and invest in somebody. Because if Tyron Smith gonna be gone, then fuck it, let's try to do what Kansas City did with Orlando Brown. Let's go find somebody in a little situation and be like, all right, future left tackle, let's acquire you, future young left tackle, because Tyron's not going to be there anymore.
But isn't Tyler your left tackle?
I'm not buying into that shit neither, Jeff, because that's something else that Jerry Jones said. I think the only reason that we kind of went into this Tyler could play left tackle thing is to make it make sense that we drafted him in the 1st round and that guards are typically like, they can be day 2 and day 3 players. We love guys like, oh, we can get Ed Ingram from LSU in day 2 and get George Pickens with the 1st round pick.
Sky Moore, George Pickens.
Also, George Karlaftis got 2 sacks in preseason. Hold on, where my shit at? Oh, no. So you know what I mean. So it's a lot of things that we could have done. That's not named. Take an interior player in the 1st round at 24 or whatever. But Jeff, we all watched the film. You watched the film. I watched the film. Tyler Smith didn't look like a tackle on film. He looked like a dude that with a little bit of technical modifications, he'll be mauling people at guard. So I never considered Tyler to be a tackle or the tackle for the future. Put that dude in guard. Put him at guard and leave him there and go find me a tackle.
Well, I think you better get ready. Shaq is in the super chat. He said, "Would you guys trade some picks for a left tackle?" I guess that it's 2 different things, right? Would you and do you think they will? Because like the Patriots are going to do with Isaiah Wynn right now, what they do with people, the Patriots, when they're like, look, you're not one of the best in the world, you don't get a second contract with us. So it's time for your 5th year option. It's time for us to trade you. If you wanted that to be your left tackle, you could trade for him and do that. But I think that they think Tyler Smith is their left tackle. And I don't know if they're going to do it right this second, but I think they believe he is long-term and that Tyler Smith is going to be the left tackle. So I think that the Cowboys are idiots. Just in this one regard, this offseason, they were idiots about 2 players because they didn't like those 2 players. And so Lyle Collins and Amari Cooper aren't here, and your team got worse on purpose because the Joneses didn't like/trust those 2 dudes, and they let their money get mad. We needed an O tackle when we drafted Micah from Ken Art in the super chat.
Oh, Rashawn Slater would be perfect, right? But listen, I'm not gonna get on my Rashawn Slater thing right now because Micah's gonna fucking be the best defensive player in the history of football when he's done. But boy, Rashawn Slater would have just fit nicely up in here for this particular situation. Jesus, but I'm happy with Micah. Whatever.
Yeah, you know what? Rashawn Slater is going to be amazing. And it looks like Penei Sewell is going to be really good too. But Micah is kind of one of one and like the only dude listed as a linebacker ever that I would take over a left tackle because Micah is a freaking stud.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I bet they're going to. The only thing you can't look, Josh Ball can't play in the league. No way. Matt Willetsko, like he barely has even practiced. So there's no way he could play NFL football right now.
Sure.
It's gonna be, I'll tell you, this is wild ass, and I'm gonna put a disclaimer on myself here. There's no chance they'll do this. None. But with the dudes on the roster right now, you know what the best offensive line would be if you had to play a game tomorrow?
The best offensive line. Does it involve moving Zach Martin to a tackle or to a
It would be Zach Martin at left tackle.
Terrence Steele at okay.
And then Connor McGovern at right guard.
Yeah.
That would be the best.
Sure.
But they're not going to do that because this is what like the Cowboys don't do the stuff where it's we're desperate, what's best for right this second.
Yeah.
They do what does our future look like, who's stopping who from doing what, who's blocking progress. And so I think it's going to be Tyler Smith. I think it's just going to be Tyler Smith at left tackle.
Tyler Smith at left tackle?
Yeah, I think Tyler Smith is going to play left tackle. D-Town said pay Zach more and move him to left tackle permanently. Yeah, sure. Just give him a raise and say, welcome back to left tackle. Because Martin could do that. The only thing is when he moved to right tackle, I forgot, was it a knee or something? Like he banged something up because the movements are different. Everything's different. Sure. But he is super freak. Like he could play any position if he doesn't.
Zach Martin can definitely play right tackle, but think about it, it was like what 2 years ago? Like three people had to die. Like it was terror threat level orange before. Like Zach Martin doesn't want to play tackle. If Zach Martin wanted to be, and I ain't saying Zach a bad teammate or nothing like that, right? But if he wanted to be team guy, hey, I'll do anything for the team, XYZ, hurrah. We'll see Zach Martin at tackle expeditiously because we've seen Zach at tackle and it works. He got college film at tackle and it works. He got NFL film at tackle and it works. He just picked up tackle 4 days notice and just killed it, smoked it, right? But I don't think Zach Martin wants to play tackle. I think somebody tapped Zach Martin on the shoulder, like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to play Zach. I don't want to play tackle. I don't even think Zach Martin is I need to make more money to play tackle guy. I just think he simply doesn't want to do it. If that's going to be the case, then you living with Terrence Steele. You got to move on with your life. I don't hear you saying a lot of positive things about Terrence Steele now, Jeff. Are you one of those people that's still kind of down on Terrence?
Well, yes. Shout out to Edward. He said Jerry's on ESPN to spin and keep fans believing. The fans need to stop giving the Jones family money. They don't care about winning. They care about you believing this year is the year, so you will give them money. Yeah, I think there's a decent chance, like, let's say, just for the sake of it, the guys who are here right now, and that they're going to run out Tyler Smith as the left tackle, then I think you would be really optimistic to say that you're going to have an average or better left tackle with him as a rookie. That'd be very optimistic. I think you'd be very optimistic to say Connor McGovern would be an average or better left guard. You'd be very optimistic to say Biadasz will be a average or better center. And you'd be optimistic to say Steele would be a average or better right tackle. So if that is what you did and the Cowboys win the division, I don't want to hear a negative word about Dak Prescott the rest of my life.
Oh, he's a king. If he can overcome all this and make the playoffs and beat the shot at the Eagles and win again, he's a king, and he needs more money. But that'll never happen.
You might have 4 average, or you might have 4 worse than average offensive line spots out of your 5. You might, but you got the best quarterback in the division, and you're going to have a really good defense, so you could still win the division. But man, this offensive line could be very bad.
So when you say Tyler to left tackle, is that something that you would do, or you think that that's something that the team would do? Because
if I had to guess right now, I think that's what they're going to do. I think he's going to play left tackle.
The fucker couldn't even win the left guard job, Jeff. So now all of a sudden he wins the left tackle job. He just gets to walk into the left tackle job with no work at it.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this. Why does Zeke Elliott get more touches than Tony Pollard? The answer, he got drafted 4th overall and he makes a shit ton of money. Tyler Smith was a 1st-round pick. So they're going to say that he is the best at whatever. And I don't know why they did the fake got to earn it thing because Connor McGovern's not good. Tyler Smith's a better left guard than Connor McGovern. There's no reason they haven't announced him as the starter at left guard other than doing dumb shit where it's like, you got to earn the star around here. Well, who else had to earn the effing star? Nobody. Zeke didn't have to earn it. Tyron didn't have to earn it. Their 1st-round picks. Of course they're going to play.
Terrence Steele didn't even have to earn it. And Terrence Steele was garbage. He didn't even have to earn it. He played right at right tackle. Just stepped right over people right at right tackle.
I'm just thinking, because what else? Otherwise, they're going to have to, in the next week, trade or announce that they've signed somebody out of retirement or a dude that's just hanging out on the streets, like whether it's Darrell Williams, Eric Fisher, trade for Isaiah Wynn. Maybe you trade a late-round pick for Cam Irving, which I know people are going to hate because he's been here before and he wasn't very good. But you got nothing that can play left tackle right now. Nothing.
Terrence, not Terrence Steele, Ty and Seki, Ty Suki now. He's available. Would you reach out to Ty and Suki?
I would call literally anybody who's ever played the position in the league. If they're under the age of 50, I would call them because I've seen Josh Ball try. And if you run him out there, if I were Dak, I would fake an injury. I would say, y'all not putting that on my blind side. Landlord from Alabama. Zach said he doesn't like moving because it would be 2 moves instead of 1, which isn't ideal for the chemistry of the O-line overall. This O-line doesn't have any chemistry. There is a new left guard or left tackle. There is a right tackle who's kind of been there. They're moving people around. I want anybody and everybody. But I think that they're going to go. I think that Jerry's going to sell you on. We used a 1st-round pick, and that was the plan for. And he was and is and is going to be the 1st round. Tyler, he's mean, boy. He is mean and strong and long. Just a big old. Just thinking about it, that's the left tackle. They're going to sell it, and he's going to go out there.
Yeah. What do you think about Tevin Jenkins, man? I've hopped on my Tevin Jenkins bike, man. The Bears don't seem to like him. He was a guy that I was a big fan of coming out of the draft process. Even if he's a guy that comes in to play right tackle for you, just move Terrence over to the left side and you feel good about that dude. Well, just entertain me on that.
What do you want to do with Tevin Jenkins? Because I guess my understanding is the Bears thought that he couldn't really play tackle or they didn't like him at tackle, and now they're kind of looking at him at guard. Like, what's your plan for Tevin?
I mean, to take him and plug him, just put him right, put him in the lineup, sir. I mean,
left tackle.
He's a right side player, so if that's the case, I would put him at right tackle and just let Terrence play left tackle. We don't have great results with Terrence playing left tackle neither, but we got better results with Terrence playing left tackle than Josh Ball playing left tackle.
Is the Irvin thing a joke? He was trash from Ecuador, man. No, I mean, you need somebody.
Offensive line is trash.
That's Tevin Jenkins.
Just to be clear. Offensive line is trash. The whole league is struggling at finding competent offensive linemen right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is technically a rich man's problem, but we still got to do something better than Josh Ball. But it ain't like this big tree full of offensive linemen that we could just go pick. The Cam Irvin thing was not a joke. Cam Irvin, Ty and Seki, these old wash cats. Jason Peters is 40. Didn't he just get a job somewhere? These are real conversations, sir. Real life.
Yeah, I mean, you call Andrew Whitworth. He retired.
Sure.
You call him, and you're like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Because damn it, we don't like, and that's why. Shout out to Josh in the super chat. Good news, we're winning the Super Bowl with a paperclip and chewing
goddamn right.
For no line. That's why the Lyle Collins thing was so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, yes, here are things that were true about Lyle Collins and why the Cowboys didn't trust / like him.
Sure.
They thought that he should have fixed his, the hip in the COVID year that he came in, then he had to have surgery. Yep. They were like, he should have done that in the offseason. The tester bribe alleged thing, they were like, "That are you effing kidding me?" Like, there were things about Lyle Collins that they didn't trust. But at the end of the day, Steven, Lyle Collins was a dude who made $10 million a year, which is the going rate for an average tackle, and he was a better than average tackle in a league starved for good offensive tackles.
Yep. And
you cut him, just ran him straight out of town because you let your money get mad. They're like $10 million for a guy that we don't trust some of the stuff that he does. And now when a guy who hadn't played a full season since 2015 got hurt, as you should have been ready for him to get hurt, you got no plan and nothing. because you let the money get mad and ran a dude out of town that was a good NFL player on a good contract. That's what you did, Jera.
Shaq Edwards dropped a deuce in the super chat, says, would you guys trade some picks for a left tackle? Condolences. Appreciate you, brother. Ken Art dropped 5 and says, we needed an offensive tackle when we drafted. So they sent us the same super chats? Maybe, possibly.
I think it's so it says paired. I think because of the thing that we've hooked up here on the internet thing, I think it might be sending in like both.
Oh, that wasn't me. You was reading my money.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. My side love me to pieces. Appreciate you.
It might be our. I don't know. It says paired. We've done technology things here. It might be chopping it.
Yeah, but we're not sharing supers yet. We're not, we're not sharing supers now. You my friend, but we ain't friends. I'm bullshitting. Ecuador man dropped the deuce and says, is Irvin, Josh Randall.
I've been reading yours.
Yeah. So 4 of my, hey, appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all send Jeff some money, quit bullshitting. Send him some bread.
Vance said, any chance we can take advantage of one of these dumb front offices? Have we made any calls to Jacksonville? That is what you got to do.
That's what I want.
You got to take advantage of the dumb front offices. The problem is that the Cowboys might be viewed as the dumb front office this offseason.
For sure. So Jeff, everybody's interested in the Patriot kid, the ex-Georgia kid, the Isaiah Wynn. Isaiah Wynn guy. Give me a roadmap on how we can get to Isaiah Wynn. I haven't watched much film on him as a Patriot, but I remember his Georgia film. I loved it. So now my question is he so good? And how much do we have to pay for how good he is? What kind of draft pick we looking at? What kind of money once he
gets? That's what sucks. This is the Patriot way. The Patriot way is if you are not, this is kind of the Rams way too, even though they will trade all their draft picks to do it. Like the Patriots, if you're not the best of the best at your position, they're not going to give you a second contract. They're going to use you at the end of your existing contract to get picks back and go try to replace you. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad idea. So for the Cowboys, Isaiah Wynn's going into his 5th year option year. So he's going to make $10 million this year. And then he's going to be a free agent. So if you trade anything of value for him, you better do it thinking that you're going to extend him. And then you're going to be paying a good offensive tackle, great offensive tackle money, right? So that's kind of the trap.
Sure.
The trap is, are you going to give that up and then pay the dude? Because you're paying twice. And I don't know. Are you good with him being your left tackle for the next 5 years? Because if so, then sure, flip them a 3rd round, 4th round pick and pay him. God, what do left tackles make now?
24, maybe 23, 24. Yeah.
In 4. So like the Patriots are going to try to take advantage of somebody like the Cowboys that are desperate. That are going to take a chance on a hurt guy who's going to make $10 million this year, and you owe him his next contract, and that's tough. Jay, I think that's yours, right? If it says paired on my chat, that's probably yours. I don't give a damn. Shout out to J Cubed, probably in Voch's super chat. Got to do 12 personnel and have a Ferguson on the left side of the O-line to chip release all game until we get a real left tackle. Gross.
Looking like it. Looking like it.
You know, my favorite thing to do in spots like this is.
What's up, bro?
Jeff Love from Ken Art Turpin for offensive tackle.
Listen, boy. Jeff, listen, go ahead.
I'll tell you, this is my theory of how the NFL is supposed to work these days, okay? You think Dak's good?
Yep.
You think the offensive line's kind of iffy?
Yeah.
Spread that shit all the way out, block with 5 people, throw it.
I love it. Hey, Texas
5 offensive linemen. You don't even have enough good receivers to do this. So I guess Pollard's one of your receivers and Turpin's in and CD and whatever. And you go 4 wide with a back or 5 wide, and you do what Joe Burrow did at LSU, where they said this offensive line might not be great, but you got receivers. You can make quick decisions and you can throw the ball. Blitz if you want to. Bring whatever you want to. 5 people in the route. Let's go.
Well, I mean, you could do that by week 8, maybe, you know what I'm saying, when Gallup comes back. And, I don't know if James White is going to – I'm ready to move on from James White. But you'll have enough receivers to do that by the end of the season or something like that. Let me ask you this, Jeff. Whenever we do figure out the left tackle situation, they said Tyron could possibly come back in December. I'm not even here for the comeback in December part. Like, if we're going to get a guy and play him right now and he plays all the way up until December, we can rely on this dude. I'm just kind of just trying to keep that dude and, keep him in place and not have to worry about it. And then Tyron would be your swing tackle. Crazy. Tyron will be your swing tackle until, whenever the season ends. Are you on the same page with that, or do you just put him right back in?
I think it depends who it is. Like if you're going Tyler,
Smith.
so many Tylers and
If
Tyrons and
it's
Smiths.
Tyler Smith, and this just happened on Will Still show, shouts out to him. If this is Tyler Smith and he plays fantastic at left tackle, then you definitely got to Romo Dack him. You definitely
you leave him in. You leave him in.
for sure.
If it's a guy that you are bringing in that is off the streets, that's like a free agent or whatever, and when Tyron is healthy, you know for a fact that he's way better than that dude, then you put him in. But if it's Tyler Smith and you say, hey, here we go, full speed ahead, and he's doing really, really well,
Sure.
Tyron Smith's career got ended the same way Romo's did.
What if it's in the middle? What if we trade a 4th round pick for probably a 3rd round pick for Isaiah Wynn? What if we trade one of those? Like, do you just sit the dude that we just gave up the draft picks for? Or do you just
no? Because if you give up those picks, you're going to give him a contract.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the guy.
For sure.
And you'll just tell Tyron not to come back and go ahead and retire. Doski Woski salute from Kendall in the super chat. Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you, KD. That's on your side, actually. Real Sports Talk dropped a deuce and says they won't get a guy until they start losing. Do you think that'll be the case, Jeff, that they won't touch anybody until the regular season gets here and we realize how much of an emergency it is? Like, do you think they want to go, all right, let's go was practicing the other day, I guess. So why don't we try him in a preseason game and a real game to see what these guys can do? And if they trash by week 4, then we go get some tackle help.
It's weird because the Cowboys are the super responsible team. Like the Cowboys are some of these guys are available because they're vested veterans, and if you sign them before the season starts, their salary's guaranteed. So if the Cowboys were going to bring in a Whitworth out of retirement,
Sure.
whatever the guy, Darrell Williams,
Sure.
they would like to have the season start first so that it's not, their salary is not fully guaranteed all the way.
Yeah.
God, I don't know how you do it.
Sure.
How can you think that you're going to go play offense with what is on your roster right now? The only way I can see it is if Tyler Smith is at left tackle, and that's scary in its own way. But you can't, you don't think that they're going to go play Matt Waletzko or Josh Ball in week 1, do you?
I 100% think they're going to trust the young guys in this.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God, Notch!
I think that's what we're dealing with. We're gonna roll out of Kong from Mexico, and we gonna roll them dice, Jeff. We're gonna roll them dice and hope we got one. Dak gonna have to get rid of the ball quick, but fuck it. That's what it is. Just no more. And look, to be fair, Jeff, what if can I calm your mind if I just say this?
No.
We weren't really going to be a deep passing offense anyway. Like, we were really trying to, run the ball and get the ball out of our hands, right? So just find the best run blocking left tackle you can find. Them dudes ain't finna go get nobody, man. They're not finna spend no draft capital to go get nobody. We finna ride this out. Well, let's go and ball, player. That's what it is. It's a wrap. Avante Collins, brother.
No.
Congratulations, brother. Congrats. You just made the team.
No, thank you, plastered to the wall in the super chat. Thank you, JCube21. Voch knows I'm NWO for life. Can't wait for shirts. Ecuador man in the super chat. Somebody's currently calling me from Douglasville, Texas. I don't know what that means.
In the chat box just said, "Come on, Voch. Come on, Voch. What? Look, bro. We can sit up here and be like, "Well, we can't." This ain't Jeff. This ain't what me and Jeff will do. Because look, we can say, "Watch this, Jeff. Watch this. You ready, Jeff? You ready?" We can say, "Oh, we just got rid of Amari Cooper and Lael Collins." There's no way we walk into this shit with just James Washington, Jalen Tolbert, and them. There's no way we go into the regular season without. There's no way we're gonna walk into this thing with Josh Ball and Waletzko. We fucking did that. So what make y'all think I am awake? It's talking about some come on, Voch. Come on, I am awake. What makes you think that change about to happen right now? Because Tyron ain't playing. Tyron ain't been playing. We been knew Tyron wasn't playing. Tyron's health been a concern. You know how Tyron's health been a concern? Because it's always different. Sometimes it's a knee, sometimes it's an ankle, sometimes it's a thumb, sometimes his hamstring ain't attached to his shit no more. It happens, bro. So what makes you think that the Cowboys now, today, are gonna go, you know what? We cannot walk into this situation like this. Let's make some change. They ain't been fucking made no change. So what you mean? Come on, Voch. What you mean?
I only think that this one is just that you can't go start Josh Ball in an NFL game because they watched him. Like, we watched him. You remember Mike Zimmer last year talking about Kellen Mond, the greatest press conference moment of all time? because like Kellen Mond is like their third string quarterback, and like Sean Mannion's second, and he's playing like ass. And they're like, any interest in getting Kellen Mond in there? And he's like, no. And they're like, why not? And he's like, because I see him practice every day. Yeah. We saw Josh Ball practice every day. Yeah. You can't, it's gonna if they're going to do it, the stupid stuff you're talking about, which is very possible. Yeah. If they're going to do it, it's got to be your first round pick is playing left tackle and Connor McGovern's playing. You cannot put Josh Ball or Matt Waletzko on an NFL field. You can't do it.
Hey.
And Michael said, stop cursing, Voch.
You don't
crying out loud.
You don't cuss on your show, Jeff? You stop cussing on your show?
I mostly don't, because I don't know. Do I have to click a button if I do that says I cussed?
Nah, you ain't got to do shift if you don't.
You don't worry about it.
You don't freaking cuss.
I mostly don't, because I was trained for so many years in radio, but sometimes I will accidentally, or I'll get very passionate and I'll drop a shit.
Don't, Jeff, shift. Phil Florin filth. Phil Florin filth.
Well, flick it.
Listen, bro. All I'm saying is the Cowboys aren't very proactive. You know what I'm saying? They I don't think they very reactive neither. I don't even know.
No, they're not reactive.
They ain't pro or I don't know what.
And they're not active.
I don't know what the flip you call them. You know what I'm saying? But you know the idea that somebody was like, "Well, Voch, come get Andre Dillard." Andre Dillard and Josh Ball the same thing. So you know what I mean? It's a weird little situation that they're gonna have to figure out. I don't know. You know, I just don't anticipate probably the one team in the league that values draft picks the most. I don't consider these guys the guys that's gonna take draft picks to go get a dude for a 1 year rental or something like that.
Voch, I have a chat that I'd like to read to you. It says there's a reason they are coaches and you are Cowboys YouTubers. You're watching. What's wrong with you?
Also too.
Basically, fuck them.
I didn't cuss, Barack cussed.
I need to get more drops. All I play is this. And now I play this one when Jesse and I do our shows on Friday.
Oh, Jesse Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
That's what I got.
Content creator Jeff. But listen, man, all I'm saying, bro, is that we're probably gonna roll out with Waletzko and Josh Ball just to see what's gonna happen.
You're insane. I will bet you the next Mexican food dinner that we go to together that it ain't Ball or Waletzko, just because I can't believe. Okay,
wait. What's the tackle that's gonna start is on the team already?
I can't take that bet because I think Tyler Smith might be the guy.
Okay, yeah. And look, it could be Tyler Smith. They could pull some. Let's put Terrence at left tackle and put Josh Ball at his native right tackle.
Stop it with the Josh Ball stuff.
They could pull some nonsense like that. I just don't personally think that they're going to give up resources to go get a guy because that's just not what they do. Now,
and Jerry's talking about Tyron's going to be back. Like Jerry is selling the idea that Tyron is going to be back. And if that is the way they're really going to approach it, like this is a setup. Okay. And it's not on purpose. Like, no, they're not trying to sabotage their franchise quarterback. They would like to win, but this is playing out as a setup, just like 2018, where it's like, no, we really like what we got. We ain't worried about nothing. And then it was proven, well, MFer, you better trade a first round pick if you want to save your season and go get Amari Cooper. And this is going to be the same setup where hell, it might happen on the offensive line and at wide receiver. This is going to be the ultimate test of the Eagles are way better than you. Way better. You have a better quarterback. Is that enough? That's what this is going to be. Your quarterback is better. Their offensive line is better. Their defensive line is better. You have Micah. They don't. But like their weapons are better. The Eagles are a better team than you. And you have a better quarterback. Is the quarterback more important than everything else combined? We're about to find out. Jay Litt said maybe our defense can score. That would be nice.
I might fight you on that. Is their defense better? I might fight you on
that. Defense overall, you actually might be better, but their defensive line is better.
I think starters, our defensive ends are better, and I think depth-wise, we may have a slightly deeper D line.
Their middle, Jordan Davis is a backup.
They
got Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, and Jordan Davis.
They definitely have the big children, but look, so we count Michael or we not counting Michael?
No, I mean, Micah counts. Wait, what are you counting him as? It doesn't matter. If you're counting him as an edge guy, then you can say you have better edge guys than them. Easily.
Oh, well, I'm counting Mike then. Fuck him. I'm counting Mike.
All right, well, then now.
But in every other conversation, I'm not counting Mike. And every other, like, there's a linebacker conversation, he's a linebacker.
The reason I say the Eagles are better, like, yeah, you could say the Cowboys have a better defense. I think there's a decent chance they do have a better defense.
Mm-hmm.
But offensive line is king, and who you're throwing to is king, and who's throwing to them is king. Like, to me, that's the top things. Then you talk about pass rush and coverage. But block for the dude who throws, throw it, and who are you throwing to? The Eagles have a way better offensive line, and they're throwing to better players. CD can match A.J. Brown or whatever, but then you try to match the rest up, and it don't work out. Vance, key question on the bet. Will flan be included for the Mexican dish? I don't know. Did we have flan last time? What did we have? I'm
from Mississippi. What's flan?
I don't know. We went to that place on McKinney Avenue. It was lovely. And more recently, we went to Good Friend, and we had a wonderful time. Kilgore getting more and more upset as I think about it. Dak and Big Mike getting set up. Dak might constantly be in a situation like Andrew Luck, hurt, then healthy, then hurt, then healthy, because they aren't going to protect him. Dak's going to have to ball out.
KD dropped 5. It says, talk to him. Voch, appreciate you, sir. Doomsday dropped 5. Says, if I'm Dak, I'm kicking in drawers off his door first thing in the morning, screaming, get me some blindside protection. Probably. Ken R dropped 5. Says, who is trade bait? You don't think we're going to try to take like Tristan Hill and package him up?
If you can convince somebody that Tristan Hill is worth something,
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You know,
it has to be that stuff has to be a perfect storm, right? Where they have to have, and the Cowboys do. I think the Cowboys have 13 NFL players on the defensive line, and I don't think they're going to keep 13. Well, they might, because they'll do the tricky roster stuff where they'll cut the kicker and the deep snapper, keep somebody to fake an injury, and then bring them back. Whatever. But yeah, if you can find somebody who has. Problem is nobody's going to trade for your 12th or 13th defensive lineman and trade you their legitimate NFL swing tackle. So
our 13th defensive lineman may be a legitimate rotational backup defensive tackle though, Jeff.
Sure. I mean, and your 13th guy is, I don't even know, like your 8th to 13th. I have no idea. It could be Basham, Watkins, Bohanna, Ridgeway, Hill. It could be, I don't even know which one's 13.
Sure.
But you're probably going to get somebody's second backup tackle. Like you had to find somebody. I think it works better at receiver, where you could take somebody's 5th receiver or something that would be your 3rd or 4th. Like you could do that. It's going to be hard to find a trade. Oh, but then what you do, I guess, is you do defensive lineman and a pick for somebody's offensive lineman. Kilgore, it's time for Dak to have a villain arch and get on the line's ass. I mean,
he probably does.
I can yell at Josh Ball all I want. It ain't gonna make him better. I don't think.
Yeah.
My buddy Fresh here on Facebook. O-line receivers, the weak link. Average QB thrown to below average receivers outside of CD is a disaster. Yeah, if you don't have good receivers, you're in trouble. If you can't protect and you don't have good receivers, you're in trouble.
Sure, 100%.
You're in trouble.
So what are our options now, Joe? Like, so we trade and free agency, and
I'd tell you, I don't like the Isaiah Wynn. I don't like the Isaiah Wynn thing.
Yeah. Because
I don't like the idea of, like, the Cowboys wanted to get rid of Amari Cooper and Lyle Collins, 1, because they didn't trust and didn't like him, which was dumb. Mm-hmm. But 2, like, they didn't want to be paying $20 million for a receiver if he wasn't one of the best, which doesn't matter because the market moves, and now $20 million is what average receivers get, but whatever. I'm trying to get Andrew Whitworth out of retirement. I'm checking on Daryl Williams, even though Bills fans tell me he's terrible. I'm checking on like all the old dudes who aren't in a camp right now, because what I'm trying to do is just find a guy who I can survive a season, and then we'll figure out what Tyler Smith is long-term. Because if it's not that, I'm putting Tyler Smith at left tackle for the next 10 years, and I'm calling it good. But even then, that's putting Connor McGovern as a starter next to Tyler Biotish with a rookie left tackle. That's all bad. And you still don't have a backup tackle, which you'll need at some point. Like they need to get 2 people. They need to sign multiple people.
Yeah. Another reason they might just roll with Ball or Walesko or just whoever is because they probably feel like they can help a tackle. They can do things to protect the tackle better than they can, like, if it was like another position. So like if we was like bad at like guard or something, which we have been, it's kind of hard to help those dudes. But maybe in their mind, like, oh yeah, just leave them out there. We can help them. We can protect them.
What if Let's-Go could play? That'd be great.
If let's go play, then we're going to go and corral. It's easy peasy. We just haven't seen him. Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is he's a 5th round rookie from a small school that literally has barely practiced.
Yep.
And I think this is just a theory. And I think that Let's-Go is going to be playing hurt all year. I believe his shoulder thing was one that they were like, hey, if we give it time, can he get through a year before he has surgery? Not, it will be okay. Jerome, give us a scenario where somehow the offense stays top 15. Dak and CD.
Yep.
Dak, CD, Dalton Schultz, and the NFL is a world where you get the ball out pretty quick anyway.
Yep.
Terrence Steele is at least average. Tyler Biadasz is at least average. Remember, this was the number 1 offense in football last year. Kind of. Yep. I mean, some of those numbers are NFC East, and pace, but they were number 1. They'll be top half of the league still. It's just, will they be good?
OT Deck says, what y'all think about Turpin getting some serious looks at receiver? Can he play tackle? Can Turpin play?
Play him at receiver. I think
block. Yeah, he means wide receiver. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Like right now, I think I want to see CD, Tolbert, and Noah Brown or Turpin. Just kind of, I think Turpin needs to play 20 snaps of receiver a game. Where here's the hard part, because you're probably not going to put him outside, right? You're going to leave him in the slot. And I want CD to live in the slot.
Sure.
So I think Turpin has a role to play some offense, but I don't want him to be all up in the slot all the time, because CD Lamb is the move around slot guy. But he could play 10 to 15 offensive snaps, run a jet sweep motion 4 or 5 times, and run a couple of screens and a couple of bombs and try to have some fun with him. Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking like 5 opportunities, maybe. Well, maybe like 5 touches, total touches. 7 opportunities, 5 touches. That's probably fair for Turpin.
And maybe Gallup will be back sooner than we hoped.
But I hope Gallup
doesn't look like they're going to pup him.
You better hope Gallup back by week something. You need all the help you can get on this offense, man. King Element says, Voch, I'm gonna need you to put the pads on and get to work because you still better than ball. I play center. I don't even play tackle, cuz I can't even help you.
Okay, so we'll move Biadasz. We'll get you at center. We'll have Biadasz at left tackle.
I'm too small. I'm regular size to regular people, but I'm small in football life. What about Avante Collins, man? I mean, we've been kind of like skimming. No, okay,
I don't see. I know this is jumping the gun, but if things go completely left this year, it might be the worst year to get a top left tackle in the 2023 draft. Thoughts? Salute. Dane put out his list. Hold on. Let me go see what the top of the draft looks like.
I think it's way too soon for that, man.
Hold on. Dane put out his rankings. He's got his top 50.
There's going to be some miscellaneous dude that we haven't heard of that's going to just rise and be the best tackle in the draft. It always happens, man.
Let me just find the best offensive lineman since we need him. I'm scrolling. Oh, no. Oh, Voch, no.
No good tackles?
Oh, no. The 16th best player is Peter Skoronsky at Northwestern.
Nobody named Peter can play offensive line for me.
He plays at Northwestern. All right. How about Paris Johnson, tackle at Ohio State?
I've seen him play. I don't
want to do this. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, it's too early for draft
season.
I'm
not doing this. You guys are sick.
Yeah, we ain't even got football. We ain't got real life football yet. Why are we in the draft season right now?
No, we're not in the draft season unless Dak gets hurt.
Yeah. Oh, Dak gets hurt. We can break the film out right goddamn now.
That was the earliest I ever started. When I saw his bone sticking through his sock or whatever, I was like, all right, draft time. Let's start watching tape.
But basically, man, Tyler Smith has been practicing at guard for the whole camp, and he's had no practice at left tackle since OTAs, and he couldn't even take the tackle job. He couldn't take the guard job. So, do you throw that that's high fire?
That's a confusing thing from the coaching staff because he took the guard job. He's been better than McGovern every day, and they just keep. I don't know why they. I don't know. I don't understand what they're doing.
Would you be willing this Friday versus these Seahawks? Right, you kind of got to play Tyler at left tackle just to kind of see, right, just to see what it looks like.
I would. Yeah, I would. I don't. I mean, and that'll tell us everything.
Yeah.
If he does, then he's going to play left tackle. Yeah. If he doesn't, then he's locked in at left guard, and your prediction's going to come true, and I'm going to be so scared. Like, Dak's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Dak's a sweet man.
You don't deserve this, man.
He does not deserve Josh Ball at left tackle.
No.
But
the more I think about this, Jeff, Zach Martin at right tackle to fix all this shit.
No, Zach Martin at left tackle fixes all of it.
I definitely don't think they'll change sides with Zach, but they'll change sides with Terrence because I've seen him do it. Terrence played left tackle last year. It just Zach at tackle would just save a lot of headaches right now. But you know how that go, brother.
And this is like Zach Martin's, as far as I know, great guy, great teammate. But the idea, if this is a real thing, I have no idea. But that like he would say, "No, I want to play guard."
No, Zach.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I didn't ask what you wanted to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if the team thinks the team would be best off with him playing tackle, you're going to go play tackle. You don't get to say no.
Jeff Cavanaugh says Zach Martin is selfish.
No, I'm just saying, like, I've heard people be like, and I don't think Zach wants to. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But Zach has
want.
But Zach has clout though. Zach
this guy giving back all the money he made, giving it to Voch.
Skywalker still says Micah Parsons at left tackle. Fuck it. I mean, F it. Budget. Why not? He can do anything else. Micah Parsons can literally do everything else. Put him at left tackle. I bet he can figure it out.
I bet he could do it. I mean, most edge guys are 250 pounds now, 260. He's as big as them. He's meaner. He's stronger. He's more athletic. Put him out there.
Dro the Gooner dropped a deuce and says, how about a 1 and a 4 or a 2 and a 5? That's worse for Tunzel. You think the Texans ain't trying to move on from Tunzel? They ain't trying to save money with Tunzel. No.
Micah head coach Parsons. I'll take that. I'd play for Micah. Joe Kafilkovich, tackle out of Oregon, and we're just making up names now. Okay.
Well, they may not be making up names. They could be. Let me see, because there's a joke on my channel.
How did it go when 105.3 The Fan didn't care about what was best for you? Oh, that's a good point. Like you think Zach would quit like I did?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to
prioritize mental health and just dip out?
I quit.
Right.
I've made enough. How can you say Steele is better than Tyler if Tyler hadn't gotten a chance? Well, we watched Tyler.
Yeah.
We watched him in college. Tyler Smith, if he's going to play offensive tackle without preparing to play offensive tackle in a pro way, boy, he's going to have some holds. Where's Duke? Where's Big Duke? We need to bring him in here. See if he can. You getting ready to play tackle in 2 weeks?
I can live with Tyler being fined for a game and holding 3 times, opposed to Josh Ball like getting smoked 8 times. You know what I'm saying? And being regular for the rest of the game. I can live with Tyler. I can live with Tyler. At
some point, Dak just is going to have to tell him, like, look, here's the thing. When you hold, it kills the drive. If you don't hold, I might die, but I might get out of there and make a play. You got to let me try. Just yell.
Give me a shot.
Just yell at me. Just let me know that it's coming, and I'll try.
Let's see. And Aaron Evans dropped 5 in the super chat. He says, what do we think of Tyler at left? So left or right. Tyler, Fournier / McGovern, Biadish, Martin, and Steele. So basically, yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Yeah. Tyler.
Yeah, there's a chance you're going to run out a bad left tackle, a bad center. You could have a bad left guard and a bad right tackle. There's a chance you could have 4 bad offensive linemen. I don't think it'll go that bad, but there's a chance.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's all I got on it, Jeff. I ain't got no more nuanced advice.
I think we're good.
I'm upset, bro.
I think we're good. Just remember, they did it to themselves.
Yeah, they did it to themselves.
The Cowboys did it to themselves with the way they handled their offensive line this offseason.
You're going to need Paul that slot to get rid of the ball quick because you ain't got no protection up front. You goddamn.
Cowboys have $23 million in cap space. Lyle was going to cost 10, and they cut him. Cut. Not traded. They just said, hey, you good pro offensive lineman. Cut. We don't want you on the team.
Cheap offensive lineman, too. A cheap, good offensive lineman.
Yeah.
But availability. Lyle cost a lot of money. And,
all right, well, let's see what he does for Joe Burrow this year because I bet he's available and plays 10 to 15 games, maybe 17.
There you go.
Maybe.
So that's all I got for you, Jeff. Y'all follow me on Twitter and all social medias and on YouTube, Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI, and Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Central on the Volume. I appreciate you for having me on, Brother Jeff. This has been amazing. We held 1,400 concurrent viewers, sir. It's top tier shit, dog. It's top tier.
Christopher in the super chat on the way out. Mike is sitting in the locker room like Alvin Mack saying, we got to pitch a shutout. There you go. Yeah, pitch a shutout.
Set it off, Chris. What up?
All right, thanks everybody. I'm gonna end it with this great energy. Like, man, we're having a great time. Nothing's terrible. Nothing's bad. Wow, what a good time. Appreciate y'all hanging out in the stream. Wow. All right. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. I love you. Bye.